Today we're learning an easy way to communicate with your baby at mealtimes. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Hi guys, it's Renee with New Ways Nutrition, and today we're talking all about using sign language with your baby. Now, the reason you might want to use sign language with your baby is because one of the best things that you can do for them is to teach responsive feeding and to practice it yourself. Now, responsive feeding is when you are listening to your baby's hunger and fullness cues. Now, we do want to be doing this from their very first sip of breast milk or formula, but when it comes to starting solid foods, it becomes even more important. And that's a little bit of a catch-22 because it becomes even harder to communicate with them. They don't have the words, but they definitely have a mind of their own. So a way that we can help with this is to teach them signs, because they are able to use sign language much earlier than they're able to speak words in many cases. So there's a handful of signs that I'm going to go over with you today to show you the easiest ones to use around mealtimes. Now, keep in mind that these signs are easily adaptable. Many babies are going to adapt them to their own purposes without any help from you, but there's also many different ways that people have started to use these. So there is no right way or wrong way. It's just a way to help you communicate with your baby. So use them as you will. So the first one is all done. And this is really important because we need them to be able to tell us when they just really don't want anymore. So this one is literally just this. You raise your hands and you move your wrists back and forth. A way that you might help them to use this is if they start to become a little bit antsy, they're starting to throw more food on the ground, you can ask them if they're all done, and whenever you use the word all done, you say, are you all done? It takes a couple of times for them to get this, but they do get it, and you're going to practice that way with all of these signs that I show you. So we have all done, and then the next one we have is more, another really important one. So more, you just take your hands like this, and you just do this, more, and it's a really easy one for them to do. So you can say, do you want more? And every time you use the word, you can use the sign for it. And then we also have milk, another one that really helps them to communicate with you. And this is literally almost like you are milking a cow. So you do your hand like this. And that is milk. Again, use the sign whenever you use the word, and that helps them to learn it. And you can start this really early on. So we have that, and then we have water. So water, you want to make like a 3-fingered W, and you go like this. So this is water. And then we have food. So food is the same. You put your hand, your fingers, and your thumb, and you put it to your mouth. Food. Kind of like you're taking a bite. So those are the most important basic ones. You can obviously get way more in depth into it and do all sorts of signs, but those are the basic ones that can help your baby to communicate with you at mealtimes. So make sure that you just are practicing and giving them the opportunity to learn when to use that appropriately, and give them some time. They don't always use it appropriately every time, so you're going to have to listen to your baby's cues, but it will definitely help them to communicate with you a lot easier. So I hope that helped, and have a good day.